All right, everybody, it is time to listen up. We've got some important information to go over, so let's get started because this is going to affect you if you're one of those people that still have yet to connect your account to Facebook. Luckily, we're getting some more options. Just letting you guys know, though, at least on the JP version of the game for right now, your time's limited if you're not doing that for some reason, okay? Global, whenever 4.8 comes to you, note that this is going to happen as well, okay? So actually global, you know, in case anything bad happens for some reason, for those of you who do not use the transfer codes, or only use the transfer codes, I should say, and those of you on JP who are still only using the transfer codes, just know that some things might happen, okay? I'm not saying they are, just they might happen. So let's get into it. What's going on, everyone? Talon back here, and today we are here because of this little news update and actually kind of a side point to it as well of the Part 2 missions. Man, I have to admit though, during this Android 13 celebration, this Dokkan Fest Android 13 and everything like that, they have really skimped on the stones for this little celebration. I know obviously the smaller celebrations always give, you know, less and less stones as they usually do, but between parts 1 and part 2 in terms of the missions, like all the mission totals and everything, I'm not counting the daily stuff because that's kind of like a normal thing now. 9 stones. Like that's pretty low right there. That's pretty low. All right. So, but anyway, so right now up on the screen, you are seeing my translations for the missions. I will post them over on Twitter as well. So go ahead and check those out. Pause the video, whatever you need to do. They're in the exact order that they're showing up on the missions tab itself. So if you're missing something, just simply look for it and then be like, oh, this is what I need to go for. This is what I need to do real quick. And boom, you're pretty good to go. For the most part, I don't think most of you probably don't even need these translations. But for those of you who maybe do, don't forget to also check out part 1. I also posted those missions a couple weeks ago at the time of this recording. So make sure you go and check that out, okay? So the big information news little thing right now is the fact that we're getting a little something called 4.8.0, okay? So global, I believe you guys just got 4.61 or 4.7. I don't remember exactly. Correct me if I'm wrong. Down in the comments below. Oh, and by the way, I will apologize. I do have a cough drop in my mouth, a little bit of a sore throat right now. But hey, the news must go on, right? So anyway, 4.8 is supposed to bring a pretty big slew of updates. That being the biggest one is that we're going to be able to connect to not only Facebook, but also to a Google account, which I think a lot of people are very excited for. And if you're on iOS, the Game Center, okay? I'm guessing Google is probably obviously your best option. Maybe Game Center is good if you're on iOS. I'm not really sure. We'll have to test it out and everything when it comes there. But anyway, but of course, the big thing to note is that the transfer codes right here, they are getting rid of those basically, okay? Now, I'm going to get into I know everyone's already going into the comments right now saying like, whoa, okay, so hang on. Am I supposed to make a transfer code right now just in case something happens during this update or something? Just hold on a second. I'm going to get to that in just a second. Just let me finish translating everything else, and then I will get into that information, okay? It does note something about here real quick about the whole Game Center account, that if you want to use the Game Center account option, okay, again, that's this right here, and this only really applies to iOS users, you need to be on iOS 9 or above. You cannot be on iOS 8, okay? Doesn't mean iPhone 8, that means the operating system itself, okay? So iOS 8 is not supported when it comes to this particular functionality in Dokkan. Just iOS 9 or higher, which I think obviously probably most people have, but maybe if you're on a much older phone, like, I don't know, does the 5S take iOS 9? I'm not really sure. I don't think it does. But nonetheless, make sure you're up to iOS 9 if you want to use Game Center, okay? Otherwise, just use Facebook or Google. It doesn't say anything about, like, hey, you got to be at this particular one, okay? Next, just some couple extra friend features that are finally coming into the game. So, you know, when you get a ton of friend requests, you know, during a world tournament or an EZA or something like that, right? And you have like all these random people here that are wanting to accept you as a friend. Now, basically what you can do is just select them all at once and then just hit the ones that you don't want to accept, okay? Beforehand, you were able either to accept it individually one at a time, or you had to go in and you just simply said, no, I don't want to accept all of these. Now it looks like you're going to be able to select them like this, basically, okay? You say like, oh, I don't want to accept these, this, and this. Boom, don't accept them, but I do want to accept this person right here. I guess it's a cool little option. I am curious though if it does go over into, so like if you go to the menu and you go to your friends list or something like that right here, are you able to do this or anything like that? You know, are you going to be able to select it differently on here particularly? I'm not really sure. We'll have to wait and see. But that might be the case, okay? Again, we'll have to wait and see when it comes out. All it simply says is that you can just select friends manually, essentially, now, okay? So anyways, that's another update. And again, this isn't the end of the update. I mean, the last thing that they're basically adding is a dark mode, essentially. It's initially translated, this is just simply says brightness, so adjusting the brightness. But this is essentially having, so on the left side is kind of futsu, kind of normal, essentially. And then on the side here is karai, or kurai, which means dark. So essentially dark mode. I'm not sure exactly how dark. I mean, because there are definitely parts of this game where it's already pretty dark, like this particularly right here. So I'm not sure exactly what that is, but I guess it's just another game option right there for when you have the gameplay going, okay? It does state that there is going to be some extra stuff that they're going to show off as well. It's simply not in here. My guess is that probably over on Twitter over the next few days, or probably on Monday, if I had to take a wild guess, that is when we are going to see the stuff shown like in little video formats, you know how they usually do it in the past and everything like that. So we'll have to wait and see when it comes to that, okay? So that's, as of right now, that's all we really know in terms of 4.8. We don't have any kind of like, hey, the maintenance is coming up on, you know, Tuesday or Wednesday. I would assume that it's going to be on Tuesday or Wednesday, though, like it usually is, maybe Monday. Nothing's really going on this weekend, but generally they don't do maintenance on the weekend. They usually wait till Monday or Tuesday Japan time. So just keep that in mind. When this shows up in the Sono Mono, in this kind of area, you'll see something about maintenance that we've seen tons and tons of times again before. So when you see that, then you're going to see, okay, that's when the maintenance is, and that's when this 4.8.0 update is going to happen, okay? So now, the big one that I know everyone's asking, what is going on? Do I need to create a transfer code now? But then does that mean it's not really going to work after this update and everything like that? Here's the bottom line, okay? Here is the bottom line when it comes to this, okay? If you are on iOS and let's start with iOS, actually. If you start with iOS, okay, if you trust your device to not crash or anything or break or whatever or lose your account in between that session and you want to take the risk, if you want to take the risk and not make a Facebook account to back up your account until this is implemented, where then you can switch it over to either a Google or Game Center, depending on what device you're on, by all means, go ahead and try it, okay? What do I recommend for everybody? Make a Facebook account. I know it's old for a lot of people, especially if you're among the younger generations. When I say that, man, I feel old because I'm 28 years old, but you don't need to make some official Facebook account. Just make some random Facebook account. Use a Gmail that's just, you don't even use or anything like that. And I know it's a hassle or a little bit of a pain. It takes like 10 minutes to do that, okay? Make some fake Gmail account, or just some side Gmail account, I should say. Make up a Facebook account, connect it with this, okay? Wait until the 4.0 update happens, and then nothing, you know, if something happens, then at least you have the account and you haven't lost anything. And then, boom, there you go. Change it over to Google, change it to the Game Center, whatever you have to do, okay? If you use something like maybe Nox or something, which is an emulator on computers essentially, which is what I do sometimes when I want to showcase my friend Nalar's account because he has everything rainbow basically at the beginning, then generally you're pretty okay. I, still keep the, if I put my account over there or I put his account over there, it's still connected through Facebook because it is linked up, okay? It's just a backup and everything, okay? So do that and just wait a couple days, okay? I know that sounds very blunt and sounds very like mendokusai, which means pain in the butt essentially, but it surprises me to this day that there are some people that will always, go onto social media and be like, I lost my account because of the transfer code and everything, and this has been in there for a while. I understand though, it's Facebook, it's old, no one really uses it anymore except for like political stuff and some old friends still keeping in contact and everything. But again, you don't need to make one that has all this personal information on there or anything like that. Just make some random Facebook account, just call yourself Bob or whatever, or Bob Dad or whatever you want to call yourself, and just go from there. That's all you gotta do, right? So anyway, that's it, okay? I know it seems so obvious after you've probably listened to this video and gone, oh, so you basically just told us to make a Facebook account. yeah, that's basically it. Okay, so get to it, make that Facebook account. And, you know, if you want to be 100% safe, if you want to take the risk of potentially losing your account, because again, when it comes to these transfer, it literally states right here that they are going to stop using transfer codes, okay? So now I don't know if that means that maybe by the time 4.8 is up and all of a sudden you get like, it doesn't say anything about, you know, oh, you got 24 hours until the transfer codes are completely gone. No, once 4.8 comes out, transfer codes are gone. Okay, so if you want to take the risk that, you know, you don't have your account attached to anything and you think that your phone is going to be completely fine after this update, and then you simply log on like normal, and it's like, oh, okay, now I've got the option to, I'm just going to use the Google thing, by all means, go ahead. But if you want to be careful, if you don't want to lose your stones, if you don't want to, you know, lose whatever, especially if you've had this game for a long time, you've got a lot of progress into it, make a Facebook account, connect it, and just wait. And then the moment the 4.8 comes out, use Google, use Game Center, and then delete that Facebook account. That's all you gotta do, right? Because you just transfer it over. It's pretty simple, okay? If you want to know exactly how to do that, all you have to do is go into menu here, okay? And then you just go here, the second one right here, which is backup, okay? Hit the Facebook right here, okay? Here it is. That's all you have to do, okay? If I hit this right now, I'm gonna log out because I'm sure I currently have it connected to my Facebook account. But you do hit log in, you sign in with Facebook, that's all you have to do. Very, very simple, okay? And if you're going to use it on Knox, okay, Knox already has an automatic Facebook Lite app installed. If you don't, download that, and you're good to go. That's really all you have to do. So anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for the video. Let me hear your thoughts down below in the comments. What other things and other features do you think is gonna come with the 4.8 updates? What do you want to come? Personally, for me, I would definitely like a better update to the friend system, like we're always asking for. We thought we originally got it with that one big update a long time ago. Maybe 4.8 is going to be the big one, or by the time we hit 5.0, maybe finally we'll see another Friends type of update. So anyway, let me know all your thoughts down below in the comments as always. Leave a like if you liked the video. Subscribe if you happen to be new. Until next time, everyone, I will see you all in the next one.